Hi everyone, this is Sharon. Yes, it is a wintry, blustery day in Wisconsin today, Monday, November 11th. This is early even for our Wisconsin standards to have so much snow this year. Lucky for me, I'm off today so I can watch it all from my window. And I'm thinking the one good thing about the snow is it brings the birds out to the bird feeders, so I've been watching them fly around all morning. So today I'm here to do a couple of flip throughs. I finished 2 more Christmas journals, and these 2, again, I crocheted some closures, what I'm calling journal cozies, which is a lot of fun. I really love making those. So I think I'll start out with, actually one other thing I want to mention is these each come with an altered envelope. This one goes with the bird Christmas journal, and I love making these. I just turn some security envelopes inside out and decorate them, and I love them. Inside I have just some extra pieces of paper that you can use to embellish the journal, and I also have a set of date stickers in case you want to use it for a December daily. And this is the other one that goes with the lady journal. This inside actually looks like snowflakes. I thought that was pretty cool. So I will set this one aside, and I hope to get through both of these in one take. This journal I made from an old book called The Bird's Christmas Carol. As you can see, it is very well worn, but I just love that wonderful old look to it. It is from 1893, so it is a very old book. I put a Christmas image on the front and some old lace, a little bit of cloth behind there. Inside the cover, I left the cover as is because it's got a wonderful Christmas greeting on there to Master John Leo, Christmas 1893. I think that's wonderful. Each of the signatures I've got covered in some scrapbooking paper. This is the title page of the book. It does say 1893. All of the pattern papers I did coffee dye. This is a cluster I made from a button, velvet ribbon, some ruffled paper, straw paper, and a couple other kinds of paper. This is a little journaling card with some old paper on the back, some wonderful old writing. I've incorporated some pages from a 1980s Christmas book called Country Christmas that I had for quite a few years. It's got some really pretty illustrations in there. This is a page from this book. Here's a tuck spot. I've also incorporated some pages from a macrame book that I have. I've also used a number of digital kits, which I will list below in the description. I've merged quite a number of them, so I will list all those. This is a page from a vintage 1960s Christmas magazine. There's some really pretty pages in there. Here I created 2 pockets in the center, and I added some pretty paper, but I did not glue it all down, so you've got extra places to tuck things in the back there. Here I've included an old Christmas card from 1932. I have quite a supply of these that I got in a scrapbook from an auction years ago, and they were all from the 30s and 40s, and these old cards are just beautiful. I wish you could feel the paper on this one because it's just a velvety, silky paper. And there's extra space to journal inside. Left some places for notes on some of the pages. page. Here are a couple of pages from an old French ledger book, and I pulled out the December pages. In the center here, I did some stamping on ledger paper. Also created some pockets in here. This is masking paper and a couple of tags I covered with lacy paper. I love this old skiing picture in the mountains. It's cool. On this page, I looped some ribbon inside this pocket and then just put a little bow on there. This is velvet. And in the pocket, I've got a little Christmas card and envelope. There's another old Christmas card from 1938. Again, some really nice old linen-y kind of paper. This is the prettiest Santa picture I've ever seen. So I had to put him on top of some pretty paper. I backed him, stitched him onto some kind of linen-y type paper that was all crinkled. This page I got from an art book that had winter scenes in it. Here I've stitched some ribbon, created a little tuck spot. This journaling card I backed with masking paper, and this is an image from an antique French Christmas postcard that I have, and it's actually a part of a digital kit that I have in my Etsy store, old Christmas postcards. Wish list spot. This is another page from that vintage magazine. Added some paper up there and then just left the bottom open so you could tuck something in there. I don't know if you can see this background paper. It's really pretty. Very subtle. This is a book page. Did some stamping on there. Over here, I created a pocket from grid paper. And you can open that up for some fun journaling space. This is an old Christmas card from Lydia and Herman. I love this. It says, "Dear Rosette, I got a grand present for my hubby, a new Master Deluxe Chevrolet Coupe. Wasn't that a wonderful gift?" Yes, it was. And this was in that scrapbook that I have. It says Christmas Cards 1936. And these lucky people are getting a Christmas card that year. And back here, I took a piece of flannel and put a tip in. And that's the end of that one. This one, I just wanted to mention that I found this really pretty old brooch. It's actually a pin of sorts. I don't know how practical it will be to take it in and out, so I will also add another tie with it, but I just thought that was gorgeous and it had to go with this. This cover, I put this beautiful lady on here, and this book is actually a Christmas Carol book. And this is the original book cover. It has a really pretty pattern on it. So I added this picture with some lace trim around it, and then I took a piece of canvas to wrap the spine area. A place to tuck things. the title page of this book. An old Christmas card from Lillian. Ledger paper that I did a bit of stamping. Here I stitched with some decorative paper to close the pocket. And here I have this old shiny bright ornament box that was literally falling apart, so I've been making tags and things out of it. So here are some skinny little tags that I made from it, and if you want you can put some twine or something on top. Here's a little secret place to do journaling. This is paper from early 1980s Christmas book. This is a journaling card, and these are actually the original end pages of this book. Vintage page from an old Christmas magazine. Here I've got a belly band toward the top. I actually call these headbands because I like to put them at the top sometimes. Here's the table of contents from the book. An old greeting card. And I backed that with straw paper and did a little stamping on there. In the center here, I put a winter scene on vellum, and I just love this scene. So pretty. Added a couple beads to the strings. Here's a Christmas card and envelope. A little tuck spot here with some cheesecloth in the corner. Lots of good journaling space. On this page, I took some velvet ribbon, punched a couple of holes, and attached a vintage catalog card from a library, 1951. The book is called Luminous Mysteries. In here, I tucked, this is a public domain image. It's actually a wonderful old page of the Night Before Christmas poem. Here I have a tuck spot on the side. Little cluster that I made with some velvet ribbon, a button, lace, some papers. This flips out. Tag. Did some decorative stitching on that. On this page, I put a photo I found of Niagara Falls in winter, and I put it on vellum. I just thought those were kind of neat. Journaling card with a little bit of stamping. On this page, I made a pocket from vintage wallpaper that I had, and then I just cuffed it with some decorative paper. Pages that are copies of an antique French ledger. In the center here, I made a pocket from masking paper, and I glassinified it with some acrylic spray, so it's opaque and it's got that crinkly feel to it. journaling card with a little bit of stamping. Here's another image of Niagara Falls in winter. This pocket has a tag and a couple of, actually 3 tags and a label. This page I inserted an envelope that I made from graph paper, put a little picture on there, and also combined it with an old Christmas card that I had stitched around it. I punched this little strip out of a roll of paper that I purchased a while back. It has silver, a shiny silver on one side and craft paper on the other side. It's pretty useful at times. Here I've got a little piece of lace clipped with this Christmas card from Art and Lydia and family. This one was a little too white for my taste, so I did coffee dye it. On this side I've got a side tuck. And a little bit of embellishing on the inside cover and the back. And that is that journal. These will be for sale in my Etsy store. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye-bye till next time.